Zepbound not working anymore? The secret to getting back on track with your Zepbound plateau. Hi, beautiful friends. I'm Elizabeth, Countess of Shopping. I've actually lost over 112 pounds the last 2 years, 9 months of being on Zepbound, Mounjaro, and GLP-1 plus GIP, Tirzepatide compound. Not at the same time, but that's because of the shortage over the last 2 years and 9 months. And on today's episode, I am so excited to talk about a science nerdly data that is going to power punch you past your Zepbound plateau. The reason why this whole topic came up is from my free encouragement group, countessofshopping.com/group. A group member, Kelly, was talking about this exact topic. So love you, Kelly. Stay till the end. By the way, I have something in the group that I'm going to be talking about that is going to get shared on Sunday. That is, I cannot release it on YouTube. I can't release it anywhere. It will only be released. It's an upcoming video. I'll talk about it at the end as to why I can't release it here on YouTube and other places, but we'll talk about it at the end. The source in which I want to talk about is one of our group members. Her name is Kelly, was talking about daily weigh-ins versus weekly weigh-ins, and her experience, strength, and hope, y'all. It moved me so much. And that I really wanted to share this with you too, of like how powerful this is, but the scientific data behind that came out in the Journal of Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. It came out here in 2020. I'll set my source down below in the description link. All of my resources I'm talking about will be cited down below. It blew my mind, actually. I was like, wait, do what now? I can use this for my Zepbound plateau and also for our WEGOVY brothers and sisters. And if you're on GLP-1 semaglutide, or if you're on GLP-1 plus GIP, which is Tirzepatide compound, or Ozempic, or whatever, this is applicable. Or whether you're not even on GLP-1, it's still applicable. Of daily weighing versus weekly weighing. Very, very personal decision. But this one task and one choice can completely change the trajectory of your weight loss experience. I was like, do what now? So Kelly, by the way, didn't know that this was going to spark me to go down this whole rabbit hole, but there was a study done. And so basically in the study, it was participants 43 years old. They were obese, predominantly white female, college education. Only 11% of the participants reported weighing daily before the study began. They were randomized in a 6-month daily weigh-in intervention, experimental, or delayed intervention, control group. There were 47 participants in the self-weighing group and 44 in the control group. All participants were reassessed at the 3-month mark and the 6-month mark. And I know you data nerds love this study, and I know you guys are going to go check it out too after watching this video. But they are talking about the experimental group was instructed to weigh themselves daily on a provided network-connected e-scale. And then the scale would automatically transmit the data to a website that displayed individualized graphs for the weight change over time. Participants were able to view this data. In addition, the data was also fed into an algorithm that was used to formulate and provide tailored feedback. So you'd get this feedback, you'd weigh in, feedback, weigh in, feedback. For each person in the experimental group, weekly via email. How cool is that, by the way? I'm like, can I be in that group? That sounds so cool to me. These messages were included in behavior-related weight control lessons based on topics from the gold standard weight loss trials and other internet-based trials. These included evidence-based strategies along with exercises for self-reflection and problem solving. I'm like, this sounds like the coolest study ever. Can I sign up next time? So this is the results. This is where I'm saying you can break your weight plateau. Overall, compliance and self-weighing was high. 51% weighed every day. 76% weighed more than or equal to 6 days per week. 94% weighed at least 5 days per week. The average days weighed in were in the experimental group was 5.4 days. Weight loss was significantly greater in those that weighed daily. Significantly greater weight loss than those that weighed daily compared to those who weighed less than 7 days per week. These daily weighers lost on average 6 pounds, 20 pounds at, dyslexia sometimes brain. They lost an average of 20 pounds at 6 months compared to only 6.8 pounds. So people losing 6.8 pounds in 6 months versus 20 pounds in 6 months. Only the 6.8 pounds lost by those weighing themselves daily. The researchers also observed, like this is crazy to me. Is this blowing your mind? Because it's blowing my mind. Researchers also observed greater reduction in BMI in those that weighed themselves daily compared to those that weighed less than. Similarly, those engaged in weighing daily participants more frequently than those associated with weight loss. Okay, there's more data with this too about weight plateau. But first, I need to tell you guys about BIOptimizers Magnesium Breakthrough. If you are constipated, that is going to affect the scale. It's crass, but it's true. Poop will affect the scale. And how many people on my live stream yesterday, if you saw it on Friday, we'll be having a new live stream on Monday also, because you guys liked it and so many of you were not able to come because of the YouTube notifications didn't go off. And we talked about Magnesium Breakthrough yesterday. Magnesium Breakthrough has been huge for me because of the 7 types of magnesium. It does not have 1 type of magnesium. It has 7 types of magnesium in it. Magnesium chelate, magnesium malate, citrate, magnesium citrate. Like there's 7 types of magnesium in it, which help different components like muscle recovery, digestion. So for constipation, I don't have a constipation issue. Do you know how many times people said yesterday in the live and in the free encouragement group about they don't have constipation either because of BIOptimizers, because it has 7 types of magnesium in it? You can go to bioptimizers.com/queen, save extra. You can stack on there my discount code on their website to get the bundle set of Magnesium Breakthrough. They have sales, different pockets of sales running if you get multiple bottles, plus my discount code QUEEN. Highly recommend. Save some money, but also muscle recovery, sleep. I talked a lot yesterday in the live stream about sleep, but the constipation issue is huge and that could affect the scale for you. I highly recommend BIOptimizers, and go to bioptimizers.com/queen if you're on a GLP-1 or not. I'm not on GLP-1. I like give it out like bird seed. I'm like obsessed with BIOptimizers because it works so well. Don't take my advice for it. Take thousands of you have also gotten on BIOptimizers, and people have raved about how helpful it is. Obviously, before taking any sort of supplement, talk to your own healthcare provider. So going back to daily weigh-ins, daily weighers also reported, this is huge, this blows my mind, reducing caloric intake by 500 to 1,000 calories per day. Those engaged in daily weigh-ins participated more frequently in weight control behaviors associated with weight loss compared to those who did not weigh in daily. So reducing your calories intake by 500 to 1,000 calories per day. Reducing between meal snacks because of daily weigh-in. Reducing the number of times they ate out because of daily weigh-in. Reducing frequency or portion sizes of desserts because of daily weigh-in. Increase the daily activity. So my friends who are walking right now are working out to this video. Increase daily activity and daily steps because of daily weigh-in. Reducing the amount of time watching TV because of daily weigh-in. Oh, that's fascinating. And exercising for 30 minutes or more because of daily weigh-in. The study suggested that individuals who weigh in every day achieve clinically meaningful weight loss that was significantly greater than those that did not weigh as often. The likely reason for this, the difference of daily weigh-inners, is reported a greater adaptation to weight control behaviors. So what we can control within our behaviors as well to promote that behavior change. The study also suggested that weighing even most days of the week may not be enough for optimal self-regulation. Now, the important takeaways from this: there was little, if any, emphasis placed on what the subject weighed. They were not instructed to obtain a particular weight through the study. Participants were merely provided their weight and tips for improving health or reducing weight. It's taught that those seeking weight loss should not weigh in too frequently, as it may become discouraging. This is likely only true if the client fixates on a particular weight. Weighing every day first thing in the morning can serve as a reminder to take healthier steps throughout the day. Focus on behaviors instead of the particular number. I love that. Focus on the behaviors, not on the number. 2, regular and informative messages do make a difference. Most clients responded positively to the messages with tips on how to improve. In most cases, they should be motivational and suggest small behavioral changes that can be implemented immediately. Many devices allow one to create a network or a group where everyone can see each other's data. Yeah, I don't know, in my free group, in my counselor, if I would want like everyone sharing all the weight. I would not be comfortable. I personally wouldn't be comfortable. I know many of you are and many of you do. And I think I wanted you to do what's best for you. For me, I couldn't do that. But they're saying in here, many devices allow everyone to create the group, and these networks can provide continuous support for a particular goal. Third, weighing regularly is better than not weighing at all. It is common for personal trainers to suggest a client throw out their scale. It is true that it may fixate on a number and become frustrated. However, if the scale is positioned as a cue to healthy behavior, it is beneficial. The study suggested that those who weighed 5 days per week did better than those who didn't weigh at all. If the number is a constant state of stress, have the client cover the number with a piece of tape. Many scales these days are connected to a network or data that is automatically transmitted, and the trainer can receive the data without the client having to worry about it. And I think that that's one of the biggest things in this too, is you got to do what's best for you. You do you, boo. And for some people, the thought of them weighing daily makes their pits sweat and give them ferocious BO. I don't want you to have ferocious BO, my friend, or big old pit stains. Not today, Satan. So I want you to do what's best for you. If weighing weekly makes sense for you, and for some of you, weighing it does not make any sense for you to weigh that much. Using a smart tape measure, using photos, using other people's compliments, using I've done a lot of videos on this over the years for GLP-1. For me, I don't have power. The scale really, it used to dictate my day. And it makes me very sad to say that the scale, this number, would dictate my day. When I weighed over 300 pounds, I frequently was not on the scale. It was a disassociation and delusion for me not to recognize how big I had gotten. And I have stopped weighing myself daily as of the last few weeks. And so this article, and Kelly posting honestly reminded me, I was like, what am I doing? Am I going back to old behaviors of disassociating? I think I look great. I'm like so proud of my efforts. I'm proud of the lifestyle changes I have made with lifting, but not staying delusional with my healthy choices with food and with eating is an important part of this journey, which is why I go back to having the free encouragement group as a daily reminder for my brain. It takes like a mental shower to stay in the positive zone. YouTube here, daily reminder for me to stay in the positive zone with my accuracy, with my weight loss. But hearing that my caloric intake could potentially reduce, and that if you're on a plateau, just imagine reducing your calorie intake by 500 to 1,000 calories per day in between snacks. Now, can some of this lead to disordered eating? Of course, and that's where you need to do what's best for you. But I want to tell you, if it is triggering for you on a daily basis to get on that scale and not see it as a tool or a tool for behavior change, I want to encourage you to talk to a therapist or a counselor, like to clear that up, to heal that. Because for me, and I'll use my I statements, when I recognize I am allowing this scale to dictate my mood for how I treat my hot husband and my child and myself and how I felt about myself and my self-esteem and therefore also my self-worth, that is insane to me. Enough. I'm going to use this as a tool to show my progress. And some days it's going to be higher and some days it's going to be lower, but that's why having a great app to track it, to see on there the gradual decline is so motivating for me. And if I am on a weight plateau, by tracking this, a tracked number grows. But having the chance to have decreased calories, going through these different things of what it did. Similarly, those engaging daily weighing participants more frequently, daily weighers reported that caloric intake change, reducing in between meal snacks, the number of times they ate out, the frequency and portion sizes of desserts, increased daily activity and daily steps increased, reducing the amount of TV time, and exercising for 30 minutes or more per day. If it is a tool to help motivate me to go do those things, then I'm going to heal that juggernaut that it had. And now it does not have that power over me. That stronghold that it once had, I rebuke that. I don't allow strongholds over me anymore. And so, but that's taking therapy. That's taking a really well-trained therapist to help me. And so I want to encourage you, if it is triggering for you, then what can you do instead of daily weighing that will help you? But this article is talking about daily weighing versus weekly weighing. What a big substantial difference it makes. Like, that blows me away. But knowing that the scale can go up, there's so much fluctuation can happen with hydration. If you have a really, really salt, like when every single time I have sushi, I typically don't weigh myself the next day because of the sodium in the soy sauce. I love dipping my sushi in the soy sauce. I love it. That makes me retain water. And so I know the next day the scale's gonna go up if I weigh myself. But I'm even kind of convinced now, like, okay, if I had to, then go weigh myself still. I'm like super motivated by this. Are you guys motivated by this? I'm motivated by this. Just try it. Like, I do think that using it and reframing it, that it's a tool to help with my behavior changes. Because at the end of the day, isn't that what we're all wanting? Eli Lilly tells us in our literature with Zepbound and Manjaro, and on Novo Nordisk, I haven't read their physical literature, but I'm assuming it does say, they do say, we need to make 2 lifestyle changes, physical activity and our eating habits. And so if this helps us make those permanent lifestyle changes, let's do it. Let's do it. And the average average days weighed among the experimental group was 5.4 days. So doing it almost every day. But I do think the hinge pin in this is you got to do what you're comfortable with. If it's set up to sabotage you, one of my besties cannot do daily weigh-ins. Like, absolutely cannot, do not pass go. And I've said several times. And now I'm like, I'm not even going to say anything. But I'm like, do you want to talk to a therapist about that? Would that be beneficial? Like, if it's used for a tool to help you, and there's lots of tools in weight loss that we use. I can start pulling out of tools from my toolbox. And no shame, judgment, condemnation. If it has a stronghold on you, you know yourself better than anyone else. What can you do instead, right? Because I think that this study is very helpful in the study itself, but also finding what works for us. Because not everything is going to work for everyone. Obesity is a very wide hoop. Excuse me, and there's very many ways to do this. And we have so many people who've been so successful in our community, thousands and thousands and thousands of people in the Countess of Shopping community who've completely changed their lives and who have done that through positivity and encouragement with this group and with countessofshopping.com/group, the new group, not on Facebook. It's been major. And so they've done it many different ways. Most people have not done it the same way. Different medications, different dosage, like there's different socioeconomic, different if they're married, if they're single, if they're young, if they're old, like there's so many different ways to do this. And so take this study. If it motivates you, yes. If it doesn't motivate you, if it does the opposite of that, I want you to figure out what motivates you instead. If you don't want to do this, don't. I would encourage you to maybe talk to somebody about maybe why it's so triggering, because it's a trigger, right? For me, those things, it's a trigger. But what can you do instead? Can you take a photo every day? Can that be your habit? Because then you can look at the photo and see. I can look, it's crazy, by the way. We have on our phones, because I'm a content creator and make content, a ton of videos. And so I have videos over the last 7+ years I've been here on YouTube. Is it near my YouTube anniversary? Is it almost 8 years? I gotta go look. Anyways, I have a lot of videos. And so I can look back of how much my face is like stretched in, stretched out. It's like an accordion of my weight loss, weight gain, weight loss. And so in my face, I can see it. And so that for me is why photos have been so helpful. Or even just these, hello. Like, this is why I like taking selfies. Like, people are like, oh, it's a vanity thing. I'm like, it's not vanity. It truly, this is an amazing metric for me to be like, Boo lost weight on the left side. Boo had gained some weight on the right side. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a metric for me. I'm gonna get that photo on the left. I don't like that photo, by the way. And I don't like that photo. Anyways, I digress. That's not the point of what today's video is on. But taking these photos for me as it documents through my journey, I looked back to photos even a year ago. I'm like, oh my gosh, I did lose weight. I have lost weight. And even when I was stuck at that 108-pound weight loss, I can see I had lost weight because it was my muscle. I was gaining muscle. I can see it in the photos. I'm like, my face does look different. And so this is why I want to encourage you. If not weighing daily, then take photos or do something else. Do the measurements on the smart tape. Do something else. And I think now with the way that scales are, I like the Hume scale. I have that. I also like, there's several that I like. There's the one on my Amazon shopping list that I also really like because it connects to the smart tape scale. There's a couple of different options you can have that are really, really good options that give you also the fat percentage. And I think that's a key number that I actually like. And my dietitian had said to look at more the fat percentage than the weight number. So if the weight number is triggering for you, then maybe look at the fat percentage lost instead. But I do think that there's something to daily, the repetition daily of doing something over and over and over, which is why whenever I do emojis of the day, helps me to get to know you better because I care. Is the daily repetition of seeing I'm here, you're here, we're collectively doing this together. It is so motivating. And doing this for 2 years and 9+ months, seeing people who've been on this journey with me literally for the last 2 years and 9 months, who truly are my besties, we've never met, and I'm like so excited and motivated by you with your journeys, that is super, super motivating. So anyways, I think that this is a cool study. I'm going to link it down below. The other points that I wanted to say too, let me go back over, was that scales can have inconsistent data, delayed feedback, and missed fluctuation insights, but it is easier to maintain by doing a weekly check-in, and can be less stressful and helps you see the bigger picture of weight loss. Whereas daily weigh-ins can cause obsession and anxiety. If you find that it's causing you obsession, then that is a red flag, right? Like, is it moving you closer to your health goal or away from your health goal? Closer or further away? That's the whole metric of this. And again, it's going to differentiate. I haven't gotten my fan hit yet. It's still not as where I want it to be. That would really, my kid can do it, and it's really funny when he does it. He's like, oh, I got it. This is where it's going to be an individual thing. I'm going to fan you. If you're on your exercise bike right now, Sandy, or if you're working out, if you're lifting weights, I'm fanning you. And you're walking, I'm fanning you. And I'm going to fan myself too. So it's going to vary for individuals. There's not one right way or wrong way to do it, but I found this study very fascinating. Guess who's going to be weighing herself tomorrow? Tell me down below. Are you going to weigh yourself tomorrow? Only in the mornings is when I do it. And only when I'm naked, because I don't want any piece of clothing changing that number, only after I've gone to the bathroom. And I cannot have coffee before I do it. I cannot have coffee before I do it. My sweet friends, I want to make sure you guys also get the discount over at BIOptimizers.com/queen. With BIOptimizers, they have the bundle sale going on also with their digestive enzymes, masszymes. Check those out. I had said that I was going to talk about in the group. I have a video that I recorded here on YouTube, and I'm not going to release it on YouTube. It is talking about what is happening with the GLP-1 community on TikTok, on Instagram, and Facebook. I have fear of posting it here, which is why I'm going to post in my private group. It's a 30-minute video. It was supposed to be a YouTube video. After seeking wise counsel on it, I no longer feel comfortable talking about it for TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook here on YouTube, so I will post in the private group. So that will be coming out on Sunday, and because it's 30 minutes, I'm hoping that the data, like upload speed for that, so I'm hoping it will be out on Sunday, if not Saturday, but probably Sunday. So that'll be in the group, and it will be at the group only. I will not be releasing that on any social media, because I'm afraid, to be honest. I'm not afraid of very many things, but I'm actually afraid. And and I agreed that it should go in the private group. So that's where that will be. It's a great video, but I'm not releasing it here. It's decided to not release it here on YouTube after seeking wise counsel. Our emoji of the day today is going to be an umbrella. If you are going through a rainstorm right now with a weight plateau, know that through the rain, rainbows always come. Dolly Parton said that, and I believe that. So just a friendly reminder, if you're going through a weight plateau, the breakthrough is coming for you. There's always a learning lesson for me, having been through many, 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 many weight plateaus on this GLP-1 journey. And if you're going through one, pop that umbrella, figure out what you can control the controllables, and things that you cannot control, release that. Bless and release that. But our emoji of the day is an umbrella. I do emojis of the day to get to know you better because I care. It's also my bat signal to pray over you. If you don't believe in prayer, uplift you in positive thought. Go to the BIOptimizers website to get their discount savings on magnesium. It's the best. It's the best. It's the best. Don't take my word for it. Take the other people in our group who say it's the best also. There's so many people who love it. Same with the digestive enzymes, their protein breakthrough, their mushroom collagen. It doesn't taste like mushrooms at all, but it is their mushroom breakthrough, but it has collagen in it. And I love you guys so super much. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'm Countess of Shopping. Count my blessings because life is delicious. And I love you, Callie, for posting about weekly weigh-ins versus daily weigh-ins. Look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.